Good morning and welcome back to a sunny allotment. I've just bobbed down just to put some stuff in my shed and I'm going to call back later on to do one or two things and also do a little bit of filming. But unfortunately it's been a bit of a rude awakening. I've come down, as I came down I noticed quite a lot of shed doors were open. Excuse me. Quite a lot of shed doors were open and yeah, it looks like the thieves have struck again. I really don't understand why these people come on time after time after time, unless they're different people, because nobody leaves anything. People leave the doors open. They don't even get the enjoyment of smashing anything other than the stores where they pull off a metal sheet that we put over the previous hole. I just do not understand why these people do it and what motivates them. Anyway, I'll just show you some of the damage. They've been into my shed, both my sheds, the greenhouse as well. Normally they don't go in the greenhouse. Luckily enough, they didn't do any damage, so I'm grateful for that. But I'll take you around and just show you some of the damage, and then I'll bob back later on this afternoon to continue the video. So as I say, I was just driving down the middle lane, and I noticed that quite a few shed doors open, and that's always the telltale sign. So I was a little bit apprehensive as to what I was going to see. Saw these doors open here. Also saw the shed, the community shed door open. And then I came around to the stores and I noticed straight away that they've tried to smash the guard off the lock and get the lock off, but not been able to achieve that. So what they've done, they've come round yet again. Now this hole's been here a while, but they've covered it with this metal sheeting, and they've been round and they've taken that off and climbed in. Now again, we don't keep a lot of stuff in here now because the numerous times that we've been broken into. So I just don't understand it, me. I really don't. As I said, I came onto my shed, onto my plot, and as I got here, I noticed that the shed door on the right was opened. I've locked it since. I also noticed this plot, which is unused, nobody's on it at the moment, these doors were open, and then just down the way there, Sally's door's open, so, and a greenhouse, which is something that they don't normally bother to look into, so different this time. So what I'm going to have to do is make a quick phone call to the chairman and let him know. I'll have to report it to the police, but not ever gets done. I think it's just absolutely pointless. Yeah, so my greenhouse doors were open, this one and this one, and the shed door was open, but luckily enough, I don't keep bolting here, as I say, and I've got these big shelves that I'm gonna sort of change a little bit so that they fit in here. So I think they've looked in here and thought there's nothing here for me, and gone. Right, I'm gonna nip off and I'm gonna call back down later on, so I'll see you then. Well, welcome back to the allotment. A little bit breezy. I didn't manage to get back yesterday. One or two things came up which meant that I couldn't make it. So I'm back down today. Shirt sleeve order, believe it or not, for the first time in what seems forever. And I'm just going to try and get these purple sun carrots in. So I've got to make hay while the sun shines, as they say. with all the bad weather we've had. Just put myself a little groove in. That's a little bit too thick there. It's not the ideal weather to be doing it, it's a bit blowy. But we can't wait forever. Geez, there's not a lot of seed in these. Right. Well, hello and welcome back. New day, new t-shirt. I just got those carrots finished, and I got a phone call from my electrician who's doing some work on the house at home, so I had to dash off and never got a chance to come back. But luckily enough, it's another lovely day, bit cloudy, overcast but warm. So I thought I'll get down and see if I can get some of these Elsa Craigs in. They were going a bit yellow on the tips, and I think it's time they went in. So let's get across to the bed where they're going and get them planted. So they're going to go in this bed here, and what I've got to try and do now is split them apart and tease them apart. So as you can see, the roots have got right down to the bottom there. So all I'm going to do is just try and open that up nice and gently. Teasing them apart, and then you can see there the onions, and I'm going to pick those out with as much root on as I can and get them planted. Hang on, I'm being distracted. What's that? Oh, what are they there? Somebody must have took it. That's the scrap man. Nothing like live TV. Right, let me see if I can tease one of these out. So there we go. There's a nice little onion. So I'm going to get them in the ground, firmed in, and I'll come back to you. So what I'm going to do is just make a nice hole. Take one of the onions, get it in there, nice firm down, and away we go. I'm putting these about 6 to 8 inches apart. They do get quite big. They're these Elsa Craigs, but they will feel sorry for themselves for the first few weeks, and you get a little bit despondent thinking, oh, they're not really happy, are these really going to grow? But all of a sudden they get a spurt on and they won't let you down. Right there. One thing I will be doing is giving them a really good thorough water. Right, I'll get these in, and then I'll get you across to the greenhouse and see what we're going to be doing next. So there we go. All we need now is a real thorough watering. I think I've got 42 onions in there. Now, I'm not professing to be an expert with these onions, You know, there's a lot of guys out there that do know the onions, but I'm just showing you what I did last year. And for those who've been subscribed for a while, will have seen how well my Elsa Craigs did. So I'm just repeating that, and hopefully going to get the same success. Fingers crossed. So, really glad to start getting those onions moved on, and it's good to start getting things outside. I think we're past our last frost, but I've got plenty of fleece to hand just in case I've missed the boat a little bit there. So yeah, we've got the potatoes out, we've got a couple of rows of carrots out, we've got some parsnips out, we've now got some onions out. I've got the Red Flash and the Bedfordshire Champion to go out yet, so I'll put those out sort of like in the next couple of days. What I've come in here to do today is to put on these melons. Last week I think I showed you the sunburst squash were really yellow, and I potted them on, and as you can see from here, that is exactly what the problem was, is that the roots, as daft as it is, there's not a lot of root here, but it's reaching the bottom and touching the sides. And I think basically that's a sure sign to say that, you know, you need to put it on, and particularly if they start to go yellow like that. So what I'm going to do is put on these melons into the next pot size up. I've got some friends waving to me. Hi mate, you alright? Lovely. There we go, that's live TV. They actually follow me on YouTube, so they'll be quite surprised. Yeah, going to pop these on. I've got 7 melons. I don't know when I'm going to grow them all, but I thought I might as well have 7 as well as 6. So I'm going to do that. What else am I going to do today? Today I'm going to sow some parsnips direct. Now, one of my subscribers told me that, what variety was it now? What variety was it? Gladiator? Maybe I'm wrong. Gladiator, let's have a look. No, it's not those. It's not those. I'm sure it was Gladiator. He says that he sows them outside every single year and it never fails him. So I've set off some more in my tray and in the black bag, as I do normally. So that's the second lot, and I'm going to sow a third lot in one of the raised beds, just direct. Let's see what happens, you know. So there we go. Right, I'm going to crack on doing this, and then once I've done that, do the parsnips, and then it's time for the grass cutting. So I'm going to bid you farewell. Thank you for this little bit. It would be itty bitty this video, doing little bits here, little bits there, but life catches you up sometimes. I reported the allotment situation to the chairman, who reported it to the police, and somebody came down and repaired the hole in the wall. Apparently there quite a few people got the sheds wrecked. You know, they didn't just, you know, go in there and I thought that it might have been just looking around. They actually just trashed them. So it's sad, but we can't let that deter us. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, and thank you very much for all the new subscribers. I think in this last week I got 60 odd new subscribers. So welcome to the channel. I hope you stick with me and follow me through the journey. And thank you very much for subscribing. And that goes for all the old subscribers too. Right guys, I'm going to get myself off because it's getting quite warm in here. I'll see you at some point next week, or maybe this weekend. Take care and happy growing.